So, I have to apologize to one person in this room, because on multiple levels they don't want to hear this story. But I planned this before I knew you were going to be here, so I'm sorry. Everyone else I think will enjoy it, at least a little bit. So 1 month ago, I was at Burning Man, and literally 1 month ago was Tuesday. The day before, I had gone to a camp and gotten a piece of advice that said to ask other people for advice, and the first person I asked said, say yes to everything. So 2 days after that, Wednesday, I'm sitting in the camp that we'd gone to. It was me and my 3 friends, and we had gotten in late one night and found our way into another camp of about 50 other people. It was kind of a mishmash of smaller camps of people, and one of these mishmashes was about 15, 20 people called the Miscellaneous Heathens that had set up a shade structure out in the desert and had these couches in there. So it was kind of a lounge at our camp, and I was spending a fair bit of time in there. So I'm sitting in there on Wednesday night, and this guy comes in, he says, there's more people than usual now. And the guy says, everyone hang out, we're about to do the heathens initiation for all the new heathens. And I say, well, I'm not a heathen, I just came with my 3 friends, and they're not around, but can I be initiated too? They're like, well, we didn't know you were going to be here, so we don't have a t-shirt made up for you, but if you want to be initiated anyway, yeah, I'll be initiated without the t-shirt. And I say, what's the initiation entail? And so he just starts. And he just talks about the heathens a little bit, and then there's the first part of the initiation is all the new initiates, if that's a word, sit, legs spread like when you're rolling a ball with a small child, but everyone right next to each other, pelvis to pelvis all the way down this row, and everyone's hands are in the air, and the first thing you have to do is pass all the older heathens, or the elder heathens, over your head, from the front to the back. Everyone just reach forward and go back with all these people. And then, all right, very good. Second part of the initiation is all the elder heathens get in a line, standing now with their legs spread, and they create like a spanking machine all the way down the line. You gotta crawl through. So I'm back in, being 8 years old again, and I gotta crawl very quickly through this thing because everyone's slapping your ass. So that's fine. It's good, whatever. And then there's a pole holding up the shade structure all the way around, and all the new heathens, about 10 of us, have to go up to the pole and sort of reach forward and grab it with one hand, and with your other hand, either they're going to put a cock ring on your middle finger, and you have to hold that between your legs, bending over kind of like a 90-degree angle. Or you have to use your hand that doesn't have a cock ring on it to find your neighbor that has a cock ring on the finger. Find the cock ring between their legs and take it off with your mouth, put it on your hand, and assume the position. And you have to do this blindfolded. Otherwise you wouldn't need to use your hand. So everyone gets the blindfolds, they put them on, there's a pause and there's some rustling, and they say, okay, go. And I don't have a cock ring on my finger, so I start feeling around, and all my neighbor says is, don't look there, I don't have a cock ring on my finger. And I hear this all over the place. I don't have it, don't look there, I don't have it. And they say, okay, everyone take off your blindfolds. That was a good practice round. Now we're going to actually do it. And they do the whole thing again, no cock rings, to my knowledge. So then they talk again a little more about, they do like this little talk about your fellow heathens and whatnot. And then they're like, all right, you are all now heathens, say for one more exercise, you'll have to go through the heathen birth canal. And the heathen birth canal is all the elder heathens, they sort of go their arms like this, and one on one side, one on the other, and they create this little tube for everyone to go through. And like, all right, so the first person goes, and I look down, and I realize what I'm wearing is not appropriate attire for going through the heathen birth canal, because what I'm wearing is a loincloth that is made of a length of leather that's been cut in half, and has slits through the top that you can string a belt through. And the belt buckle in the front is a metal Nintendo NES controller. And the corners are sharp. It's a rectangular, sharp metal thing, and it's on the outside, obviously. So I'm like, this is going to tear someone's hands up. I can't go through like this. So immediately I duck to the back of the line, and I'm fiddling with it, and I'm trying to, if I can take it out, and I can feed it back in, and the buckle will be on the inside, and then the belt will protect me, and the leather will protect them. And I sit and I go, get down on the couch and try and do it, and I look up and the last pair of feet are going through the birth canal. And the guy at the front is really intense, he's staring at me, he's like, come on man, come on, you gotta go! I'm like, I got this belt buckle, it's gonna tear up your arms, and I put it on me, it's like, gotta go man! And I'm like, I got it, it's like, just take it off! So I take it off. And I go through the birth canal. Now, I am 20-some years removed from my last experience with any birth canal. And I don't know how to maneuver down there. You've only got this much space, so you can't like crawl. So I don't know whether it's from my somethinging, wiggling, or their wiggling, but I get through to the other side. And someone comes up with this necklace that I got the day before as a gift that had torn off while I was on my canal, and hands it to me, and we finished the whole thing, and I realized that I was the only person to go through the birth canal naked.